live stream. So in a slightly different surroundings in my room. Just here I've got the hand luggage bag, basically brought up from downstairs, ready to obviously be sorted for going away. So you might be wondering, like when I did that video the other day, what to pack in your hand luggage. So I'm obviously going to go through that now, so that you can be aware of what to take. So we'll open the hand luggage bag up and we'll have a look what I've got inside for going away. Okay. So this is for the cruise, of course. So I have obviously, that wasn't meant to happen, by the way, so I do apologise there. That was not meant to happen. I will just straighten that camera up again. Right, here we go. So, as you can see, inside the hand luggage bag I've got here, just straighten the camera up again. Right. That wasn't meant to happen either. Tell you now. Right, so anyway, so we've got the hand luggage bag. So what have I got in my hand luggage bag? Well, I've got my pumps, which, as I said I was going to do, I'm obviously going to be taking with me on the cruise, because these are for changing into when I've had a shower in the cabin. Okay, so hello Wayne. So this is just to go through what I've got in my hand luggage bag now, okay, for the cruise. So, deck pumps. These would normally be packed in my case, but I've got them here because I want them in my hand luggage bag for when I get to the ship, because the chances are it's going to be a couple of hours before I actually get my bag delivered to my room, okay. So they are for going to Coral and around the decks when I do the live stream on the ship, and also when I do the live stream for the sail out. So I've got my deck pumps. I've also got my shirt for the Coral as well, which is obviously adequate for the cruise, and it's well themed because it's got anchors on it, which is probably the one you saw in the other video that I did the other day. I've also got my white trousers, which I'm going to wear as well. Okay. I've also got my cap, sun cap, and then also my sunglasses are in this case. And I've got the 2 cartons of apple juice, which I'm going to have in the hotel tomorrow night. So it's at Coralsmith25 to subscribe. So this is just to explain what I've got in my hand luggage and what I'm going to pack in it. And also advice for any of you guys out there if you're wondering what to pack in your hand luggage bags. So in this one I've got the apple juices. I've also got the man bag, which is for when I go round the decks. So I'm going to obviously have that kept in there for when I go away on the cruise, right? As I've now finished my shift at work, so I'm now ready for the cruise. So hello to all of you that are joining the live stream, at Coralsmith25 to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. So I've got my man bag, I've got my apple juice cartons for the hotel, I've got my sun cap, I've got my trousers for wearing to Coral, I've got a t-shirt for wearing to Coral as well. I've also got my sunglasses in there, and I've also got my DAC pumps. What else would I put? What else am I going to put in this bag? Well, at the moment my power bank is charging, so that also has to get packed in your hand luggage bag, because you cannot take it on board an aircraft as it is classed as a lithium battery. So you have to basically just pack that in your suitcase. Okay. So that's what you basically have to do. So I'm also going to be packing my travel documents in my bag as well. So they're up here in a plastic wallet. Okay. So these are also going to go in my hand luggage bag. It's got my passport, my hotel booking, car park booking, ATOL certificate, insurance certificate, boarding passes. They're all in this plastic wallet, so they are also going to get put in this bag. Okay, so they're in there, ready to go. I'm also going to obviously take my diary with me. I always keep a diary, and I always make notes of what I'm doing when I'm away. So I'm going to be taking my diary with me, and of course my Parker pen and some ink cartridges as well. so that I can obviously write my diary up every night. I basically do a blog, obviously like on YouTube, but I also do a blog in the diary. So I keep my diary every single day and I write in detail what I'm going to do. So please subscribe at Colesmith25 if you're not already subscribed. Okay, so that's just letting you all know. Also going to obviously take my wallet with me. So in there I've got my e-hit cards. So I've got one for Europe, and I've also got one for European as well. So I'm keeping those in there. And I'm also going to put my debit card in there because you have to register a card for arrival at the cruise. You cannot register Apple Pay or whatever. It has to be a debit card or some cash has to be deposited. So I'm going to be taking my debit card. So that wallet is going with me as well. And I can also use my debit card at the airport at East Midlands when I go to Starbucks. So what else? So I'm obviously going to take my Parker pen in there and some ink cartridges, and also I'm going to put some chewing gum in there as well so I can have some chewing gum in the morning. So that's also going to go in the bag. I'm also going to take a bit of mint imperials with me, so they're going to go in the bag as well. So because you can take up to 10 kilos in your hand luggage, so I'm going to put those in as well. And then of course the other thing I'm going to take is the lanyard, which I'll obviously wear around my neck like that. And I've got my own name badge, which a member of the crew gave me on one of the other ships. And I might also swap this plastic thing for this one to put my cruise card in it. So I can hook it onto the top of there, just at the top of here. And then I can slide my cruise card in there, because this is liable to split or the card might completely fall out. So I need to obviously make sure I've got that as well. Okay. And then the other thing I'm going to obviously pack in there is my padlock for my suitcase, and also the hand luggage bag. This is the hand luggage bag key, lock and key. Okay, that will go in the bag. And I've also got the one for the suitcase, which is here with the key ring on it. That will be there to lock the case tomorrow for when I head to the airport. So obviously those things are going to go in my hand luggage. At the moment, as I've said, my power bank is charging, so that's going to be on charge all night. What insurance do I need? You can get your own, yes. They do recommend you have comprehensive cruise insurance, but you can use any insurer as long as you add the cruise cover to that. So I did look at using TUI's own insurance, but it's a lot dearer. So I looked at a different one called Oasis, not the band, by the way, but the actual insurance company is Oasis Insurance, and it was pretty reasonable. Another one I've used in the past is called Top Dog. They're also a good insurance company, so you can use those as well. But they do recommend you have comprehensive insurance, or at least a sufficient insurance that covers you for cruises, particularly if you have to be confined to your cabin through illness or loss of luggage or delayed or cancelled flight or anything. Make sure you've got plenty of ample cover. They may not ask to see the evidence of it, but you obviously submit that on the passenger information anyway. But I have got a hard copy in this folder of my cruise insurance, so if anybody questions it, it's in there, and I've also got it on my phone on email as well. I'm also going to take with me my microphone kit, which is here, for obviously when I do my stream, so I can obviously clip the microphone to me, and I can put the adapter underneath the phone, so I can obviously use the microphone kit. So that's going to go with me as well for when I do live streams. So that's going to go in there. So at the moment, as I've said, the power bank is charging, so I'm obviously going to charge the phone up tonight, and that's basically it. I've also brought the scales up to weigh the bag. I've just weighed my suitcase again, and it's 15.80 kilos, so I'm still under 16. Well, it is just under 16, yeah. It's just under 20, which is perfect, because you're allowed up to 20 kilos. So I'm obviously going to take the lanyard and obviously that as well to put the cruise card in when I get the cruise card at the port. So while I'm on the camera, I probably will now weigh the case. Hopefully won't knock the phone over this time. So I'm going to weigh the case because you're allowed 10. So just bear with me while I sort this out. What time am I setting off to the airport? I'm going tomorrow evening. I'm not going tonight. I'm going tomorrow evening to the hotel at East Midlands, and I'm obviously going to do a live stream when I'm there. I've got the luggage tag on it here, and it's also on my suitcase as well downstairs. So that's obviously going to go downstairs later on. It's just below the room I'm in at the moment. So I'm going to just put this on now, just to weigh the hand luggage bag as well. I've obviously got some sandwiches to put in it as well, because I'm going to have those at the airport hotel tomorrow. And obviously I'll go and do a recce of the airport, and of course see how far it is and how long it takes to get from the hotel to the airport without the luggage. And then I'll probably go into the bar and have a pre-cruise drink, which I don't mind doing. And anybody else that's staying there that's going on the cruise, I look forward to meeting them as well. And obviously then I'll set the alarm for the next morning, which will be Tuesday, and then we'll be heading into the terminal to check in. And that's obviously the exciting bit. So as long as I've got through that and got through security, I'll be relieved, because it just means boarding the plane and then heading. Yeah, well, there'll be plenty of footage, don't worry about that. So let's just get this weighed now. So I'll turn this on, and I'll tell you what this bag weighs in a minute when I've done it. Right, so it's set to 0 kilos. As you can see on the screen, it's blue. So I'm going to lift this bag up now. It might weigh a bit more than when I did it the other day, but it also has got a few extra bits to be put in yet. So that's going to happen during tomorrow. But I'll weigh this now while I'm on camera. That's exactly 5 kilos. So I'm allowed another 5. So weighing this bag is exactly 5 kilos. So the suitcase is 15.80 at the moment. This one is exactly 5 kilos. So I'm quite happy with that. I've got my diary to put in, and obviously my pens and things. But apart from that, it's not going to weigh much more than 5 or 6 kilos. So, and I've obviously got my car keys to put in as well when I get to the airport. So it's not going to be any more than 5 or 6 kilos. So that's pretty good, to be honest. So I'll just obviously turn that off now. Right, and obviously all the boxes downstairs. So I'm going to leave this bag in this room, obviously for tonight, because I'm obviously going to put my charger in there tomorrow. But apart from that, everything is basically good to go. And I did do a video earlier on when I was at work, so I'm going to put that video on the channel, because I was going to have it as a first episode, but I've decided I'm going to do my first episode's clips from tomorrow. So that one that I did earlier at work is basically just to say the channel is now ready to start the cruise series. So those of you on here watching, please subscribe at CarlSmith25. Thank you for watching this stream, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.